MSI thin 15.6-inch gaming laptop review script. I was skeptical about this one, honestly. I've tested a bunch of mid-range gaming laptops, and most of them either feel cheap or they're so thick you need a backpack designed specifically for laptops. When the MSI thin showed up at my door, I thought it'd be another generic option that tries to do everything but doesn't do anything really well. But after spending a couple weeks with it, I actually found myself reaching for it over my desktop for gaming sessions. Let me tell you what changed my mind. Link is in the description if you want to check the latest price on Amazon. The first thing that impressed me was the screen. That 15.6-inch display with 144Hz refresh rate is genuinely smooth when you're gaming. I tested it with some competitive shooters, and the difference between 60Hz and 144Hz was way more noticeable than I expected. Scrolling through your browser feels buttery, and if you're into any fast-paced games, you'll actually feel the difference. The FHD resolution keeps things sharp without killing your battery life, which is a nice balance. The processor here is the Intel Core i5-13420H, and it's solid for the price point. I ran through some demanding games and productivity tasks, and it handled both without breaking a sweat. You're not getting bottlenecked, which is what matters. I edited some videos on this thing, and the rendering times were reasonable. It's not going to be your fastest option, but it's reliable and consistent, which honestly means more to me than raw specs on paper. RAM and storage come in at 16GB DDR4 and 512GB SSD, which is practical for most people. I had multiple browser tabs open while streaming and gaming simultaneously, and everything stayed responsive. The storage fills up if you're downloading a lot of games, but there's room to expand if you need it down the road. For someone who games casually and does general work stuff, this setup just works. The RTX 4060 graphics card is where things get interesting. It's not a flagship GPU, but it handles modern games at high settings pretty comfortably. I played some newer titles at around 80 to 100 frames per second, which paired with that 144Hz screen means you're actually taking advantage of the display. Older games and esports titles run at high frames without any struggle. You're not maxing out everything at ultra settings on the newest AAA releases, but that's not what this laptop is designed for anyway. The actual build feels solid. It's thin, which makes it actually portable, unlike some competitors that claim to be thin but weigh as much as a small car. The keyboard is responsive, and the trackpad doesn't feel like an afterthought. Battery life gets you through a workday if you're not gaming constantly. Real talk on the pros and cons. The positives are that it's genuinely portable, the 144Hz screen is excellent for the price, and the RTX 4060 gives you real gaming performance without overkill. The main cons are that 512GB can feel limiting if you're collecting games, and the thermals get a bit toasty during extended gaming sessions. Nothing that makes it a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. If you're looking for a gaming laptop that doesn't feel like a brick in your backpack, this is worth a look. Link to check the current price is right below.